the result. And when we do that, when we practice that in a certain, context over and over, and we're being our authentic selves, following our intuition and manifesting whatever our creative beings are suggesting, it's almost inevitable that we'll make something cool that we like, That's how I see it. But that's not the purpose. Okay, next slide. Let's say it.
My creativity heals myself and others.
It really is powerful. I'm sure many of you know exactly what I mean. Okay, next slide.
Creative time is an important part of my health care. I am justified in making creativity a priority.
This is really important to me. A lot of times we feel like, taking time out to be creative, I have to do the dishes, I have to go to work, I have to take care of, a family member that needs me, I have to do all these things, and this is the last thing that I have time for. But if you are engaged in a creative practice regularly, you will find that it supports all those other activities, and it supports your health and your energy and your ability to handle and manage all the other emotions that come up from the rest of your life. Next slide. Creativity
Is mindfulness.
Next.
I feel peaceful and purposeful when I create.
Next.
Creativity is just experimentation.
I added that because I wanted to emphasize that being creative is not about thinking up some great idea and then executing it. Sometimes that happens, but for me, what helps me to treat my mental health through creativity, and what helps me to learn how to paint, and what helps me to enjoy expressing myself is just experimenting, playing the game, the intuition game. So it's accessible. We can all experiment. We can all try something we haven't tried before and see what happens. And that's creativity. Okay, Roxy?
Creativity is an act, a process, not a product or result.
Next.
The process of being creative is healing.
Next.
The more I explore my creativity, the more I like who I am.
And I'll say a word about this too. That friend, the creative being part of us that we access when we're being creative, that I have sometimes thought of as like a best friend. When I practice creativity, I'm able to find out what that friend has to offer, what my creative being, when it's allowed authentic expression, what's in there. And I didn't really know before I started this whole process of creating and healing. I didn't know I could paint. I didn't know I could sew a rug. And the more I discover about what I'm capable of and what expressions come through me when I'm allowing that, the more I realize, hey, I'm kind of lovable. I have some things to share with the world, and I like that, and I like myself better because I know myself better, and there are good things in there, and there are good things in there that maybe you have yet to discover and share with others. So that's a blessing and a healing. Okay, next slide. My creativity
connects me with things that are bigger than myself.
This is the first rug I started making. It's also not finished yet. And I have learned so much spiritual guidance and wisdom through making this rug. I could talk about it for a while, and I don't have time. But I'll just say one piece of it is that as I started making it with clothes from my closet that I was going to get rid of, Kyle also cleaned out his closet and gave me some clothes. And that sparked the idea that I could ask some of my friends and family, people that I love, who love me, to donate an item of old clothing for my rug and put all of that love and energy from, my family in the rug. And that has felt so special. And this rug became really special to me. It was just going to be a practical thing, but in that way, it has connected me with kind of my chosen community, And if anyone else wants to be a part of it that I haven't asked yet, you are welcome to be a part of my rug. I love you guys, and you have been a part of my healing. Okay, thank you. Next slide. So this is an expression I learned in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, so I'll say it poorly. No hay mal que por bien no venga. And best translation I could figure out, there is no bad thing that doesn't cause something good. Before my new symptoms, 11 years later, disintegrated my life, I had chronic, debilitating back pain. I was completely closed off to spirituality. Anyone mentioned God and I was out of there. I was completely blocked creatively. I wasn't making anything. I was really unhealthy and I was miserable. Not that you have to be miserable to experience something good from something that goes wrong, but that was my experience. I didn't even know I was in such bad shape. But then when I got so ill, I became desperate for answers. I was willing to try anything to find a way to function again and have a life again. And I did try most things that I came across. And making art became really, really important for the relief from my mental distress. But making art made my back hurt really bad, and I couldn't do very much of it. So I ended up trying a YouTube channel with yoga classes. At home I did yoga in a hope that my back would feel better and I could keep doing art. And what I found out was that the yoga also was in and of itself a treatment for my mental health, and that's why I became so devoted to yoga, not because I was in chronic pain, strangely. I don't know why, that wasn't enough motivation, but my mental health was the motivation that really made me apply myself to yoga. So in the process, I fixed my back pain. I have very little pain now. I was able to become more physically healthy and strong than I've ever been. Making the art healed my creative block, and I was able to return to music with my experience of making and creating music was totally transformed during the time I wasn't doing anything with it by these art lessons and the practice and experience I gained making paintings, etc., etc. It just feels like everything in my life changed because I had to do something different, and how the universe led me to change my life improved every area of it. If you could go to the next slide, Roxy. A brain injury, or we can say anything that goes wrong, any bad thing in one's life, is an undercovered gift. My TBI forced me to heal many parts of my life, as I've just been describing, and allowed me to open up beautiful, unknown parts of myself. This is, intended for the stroke survivors I'm going to be speaking to next week, or the week after. But for anybody who experiences a time of suffering or loss or fear, has this opportunity to consider the incredible opportunity you have to discover and develop a different and wonderful new version of you. We can use difficulties to take a different approach to ourselves and our lives, and we can definitely use creativity to find out more about the wonderful treasure trove that we are when we allow it to shine. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd also like to share with you a song that I wrote specifically to help me when I'm in a really bad emotional place. And it's kind of specific to me because I wrote it for me. So you'll hear about some of the emotions that I have struggled with regularly. But if you want to substitute words that describe things that are difficult for you, just make that switch in your head while I'm singing. And EJ is going to join me. Thank you so much. Okay, so I have to turn this.
Unmute number 6 up there.
And the song is called I'm Okay.
Just gonna rest here, feet on the ground, my feet on the ground, feet on the ground. I could be having regrets, but I'm okay. I might be having some guilt, but I'm okay. And even if I'm feeling some shame, I'm okay. Right now I'm okay. And I'm just gonna notice breathing in and out. I'm breathing in and out, breathing in and out. I'm just gonna rest here, breathing in and out, breathing in and out, breathing in and out. There's no need to judge. I deserve to let go of that. I deserve to let go of that. There's no need to judge. I can choose to let go of that. I choose to let go of that. And I'm just gonna notice my feelings.